That's the second time I've had some sort of police interaction just from being around.
See, Jonathan went to his first protest, you guys. It was
Hmm.
at Tesla, which is becoming America's favorite pastime because there were Tesla protests all over the country. So Jonathan went to his first one. And when I talked to Gary, he said the cops came because somebody said you guys were running into the road.
Okay,
And so they wanted the cops to come and shut them down.
so let's be clear about that. You guys, meaning other protesters, were standing not necessarily in the road, but the bicycle lane that's like right off
Oh,
the
yeah.
grass. So people were standing in the bicycle lane, not getting in the way of traffic, whatever. But anybody who doesn't want a protest going on, they're going to look for reasons to stop it. And the
Yes.
cops were pretty adamant about that. They said if anybody steps onto the pavement, they're going to shut the whole thing down. And you know what?
Once your foot touches the road,
Right.
you
Right.
are in deep trouble.
As opposed to the grass on the side of the road. And you know
Yes.
what? I only did that once. And nobody cared or said anything. There were even police around. I think it was because I was the media, which is really just a dude with an iPhone,
And we
right?
are an official news organization. Was there another TV station there covering that
No,
event?
no. There weren't even red light cameras on there. Like nobody was recording anything there but us.
You know what news organization was there? Print media. Whatever. I'm kidding. Florida
Oh.
Today is probably the biggest news organization we have in Brevard County,
Hmm.
but there's Orlando stations, but nobody comes over here and sees anything in Brevard County. So we are the Brevard County news station.
You're welcome, world.
That's right. We're here for you because we got to walk these streets too.
Well, not the streets. And you know something? I I kinda felt bad for the people in the Tesla dealership, the guys working there. Like you don't know. Maybe they're not sitting there supporting Musk. Maybe they're just trying to sell cars so they can pay their child support or whatever. I don't know. But there was not a soul. I mean, not a soul in sight on the other side of that sidewalk. Nothing.
Did you
That
see
test
any Tesla employees at all?
Zero. Zero. The entire 2 hours,
Wow.
not one person pulled into that parking lot, not one person walked out of the doors. That
Wow.
place was as abandoned as a shopping mall.
It does look abandoned. It really does.
Well, at first I thought, well, this is the closest I've ever been to a Cybertruck. And I think they look kind of cool.
Do you?
I mean,
I
kinda.
think
I'm
they
not
look like they were designed by a 5-year-old with a
like
crayon, you know?
like on like Roblox or something
Yes, that's right. That's right.
or
All
Minecraft.
straight lines. The kids just, there's my car, you know? That's what it looks like.
Well, I know
No,
Elon
mom
does
puts it
like
on the fridge because her kid drew it, but
Elon
kind of
does like to
sucks.
hire young people to work for him.
There you
So maybe
go. Right out of the womb.
but at first I thought, well, this is interesting. Why don't people want these cars? And then you realize there's now a connection between Teslas, the actual automobiles, and Elon Musk's actions. I do think they can be separated, but most people don't separate them.
Well, I don't think the Tesla part is doing very well either. Somebody's been putting it through a couple of tests. And one test was he painted a wall to match the background. So like if it's on in the middle of the road, it looks like the road keeps going.
Oh
And
no.
so they had the car drive towards the road to see if
Oh,
it realized that it was in fact a wall and not the open road.
what happened?
The car found out the hard way that it's a
Oh,
wall.
I'm in my Tesla on autopilot going 40 miles an hour towards a fake Wile E. Coyote Roadrunner painted wall. Please stop. Please stop. Holy. Turns out my Tesla is less Roadrunner, more Wile E. Coyote. Wow.
And then they put a fake kid in the road to see if will the car recognize this child. It did recognize the child, but with the front of the car. The kid went flying. It went flying. So I don't think, well, and you could look at it as Elon's been so busy with all of his shenanigans that he has no time to run Tesla or
It,
Twitter. I guess it's had all kinds of outages as well. So, you just can't do it all. You
well,
know what I
that's
mean?
very much analogous to what's going on with Elon. The concept is really cool, bringing a big business guy to help fix the government. In theory, that sounds good, but the moment you put it into practice, you literally get explosions and chaos.
It's not good. So people get upset. And now we get together every weekend. We bring snacks and signs and we hang out in front of Tesla
And
dealerships.
you know what? That's one thing he did well. He brought people together and he got my ass out of the house.